how are you?
I'm here finally on a show when Fred is here.
That's true. You have not overlapped.
No, it's great.
It's a nice it's a nice reward for your continued kindness to us and continuing to come back.
This show is kind to America.
Oh, that's very nice.
The fact that you do this every night and speak the truth.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
In ways that should have you hauled out of here one of these days.
Well, I'm hanging on as long as I can. You spoke a little truth yesterday to moderate Dems who you were critical of putting too much of their faith in the Mueller report being him being their savior.
Yes.
And you wrote that a frail old man, unable to remember things, stumbling, refusing to answer basic questions. I said it in 2017, and Mueller confirmed it today. This was a mistake. And you got a retweet from someone who agreed with you on this. Donald Trump retweeted you.
Yes.
Now, obviously, you have been very vocal about him. He's been very vocal about you. How does it feel when Donald Trump agrees with you?
But he's always actually, his tweets at me are actually, he's afraid, I think. He never attacks in the way, I did get a nickname from him.
Yep.
There's 200 of us. I don't know if you're in the club, but
yeah,
you have a nickname from him?
He's said third rate about me.
Third rate.
Yeah.
Third rate Seth.
Well, not really.
That's
I haven't
hard.
gotten a Seth. I've had marbles in my mouth. That was said about me.
I've got Sloppy Mike.
Sloppy Mike.
Sloppy Mike. Yeah. Yes. I think he's a little afraid to come completely at me because essentially I'm his base.
Right.
I'm an angry white guy over the age of 50, and I have a high school education.
Yeah. Right.
So I am. So you don't want to go at me. You don't want to go at me too hard.
Right.
So it's actually, but I so enjoy it when he does. And I tweeted him back about the part about we were watching a frail old man yesterday. I just said, Donald, I was actually talking about you.
Despite everything that happened yesterday,
yes.
you still do believe that impeachment is the right path.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can't, I don't know what's wrong with the Democrats. You have to, for history's sake, for the children, you have to say, this is wrong. Presidents cannot break the law.
So ultimately,
it has to be said. And yes, I know what everybody says is, well, yeah, but the Senate doesn't impeach. Impeach is only done by the House, and it means that your behavior has caused us to impeach you, and now we'll send you to the Senate for trial. But you don't say don't do it because there won't be a trial in the Senate, as we know. The Detroit Tigers do not say, well, I don't want to go to New York and play the Yankees. We're just going to lose, you know?
Right.
No, let's not do impeachment because we'll lose in the Senate, and we're Democrats and our feelings get hurt. And no, we need to fight. We have to fight, you know? I'm serious. This is serious next year. Next year, people realize I think actually, whoever the Democratic candidate is, will get 2 million more votes than Hillary's 3 million that she beat him with. I think we'll get 5 million next year, and we could still lose the Electoral College.
Right.
This is a very, very serious thing. And so we have to do some things to make sure that we have the right candidate. We have to have a beloved American running, not a professional politician. We have to have somebody, if you put up a professional politician against Trump, you've got to have somebody that's going to inspire the base. The base here of the Democratic Party are women, people of color, and young adults between 18 and 35. That's 70% of who's going to vote next year.
Right.
70% of the electorate is what I just described. So you've got to come up with a candidate to where when people wake up on election morning next year, and they've got to have that sense that if you voted in 08 or 12 for Obama, do you remember how that feeling that morning? You couldn't wait to get to the polls. You could just I can't believe we're going to do this today. Who are you going to say that about of the 25 that are running right now? When you wake up a year from November, I can't wait to get to the polls so I can vote for John Hickenlooper. Or Joe Biden. I love Joe Biden.
Yeah, I love Joe Biden too. You know, well, again, I want to.
We got to win.
But I think a lot of I can understand as well. I understand this thought process which is, now, going into 2016, I think a lot of people, you were not this kind of person. You thought Trump was going to win. You called it state by state. I think a lot of people, I will admit to it, I didn't think he could win. So now I see in this year, I can understand that people are like, just give me the safest candidate. Do you think that is, but you think that's a huge mistake?
No, it's the hugest mistake. You don't want safe right now. You've got to fight Trump with whatever our version of, he's a street fighter. We need a street fighter. That's the only way you're going to defeat him. You're going up against a bully.
Do you see street fighters in the, how many street fighters, don't name names, but how many out of the 25 do you see as street fighters?
2.
Okay.
2 of the 25.
You can say a few.
I would call, look, Bernie. Yeah.